Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down your essential safety guide for what is, for so many people, the trip of a lifetime, an adventure to Peru. From the soaring Andes to the incredible Amazon, knowing exactly what to do in an emergency can make all the difference, and we're going to show you how.
Okay, so let's just dive right into this. A trip to Peru is, it's absolutely amazing. But this emergency gap thing, it's something most of us don't even think about until we're right in the middle of a crisis. It's not just about what might go wrong, it's about not knowing the local system for how to make it right.
And that's really the core problem we're going to tackle today. It isn't about the risk of traveling itself, it's about a knowledge gap. That space between you and the help you might need in a country that just has a different set of rules and a completely different response system.
So let's kick things off with the most critical, most actionable info you need. Seriously, these are the numbers you should stop and save in your phone before you even land in Lima.
First up, 105. This is for the National Police, the Policía Nacional. This is your go-to number for anything crime-related. We're talking robbery, assault, any kind of immediate security threat. Next, we've got 106. This one connects you to SEMU, which is the National Ambulance Service. This is the number you need for any serious medical emergency, whether it's a major injury or a bad case of altitude sickness.
And finally, 116. This number gets you to the Fire and Rescue Service. So you're thinking fires, of course, but also things like car accidents where someone needs to be extricated, and other specific rescue situations.
Now, what's really interesting here is how this clarifies a huge difference from a lot of other countries. There is no single, catch-all 911-style number. You have to know which service to call directly if you want the fastest possible response. Calling the right number first saves critical, precious time. And if you do need to make that call, this is so important. Lead with your location. Even if your Spanish isn't great, start by clearly stating where you are. A street address, a landmark, a GPS pin, give them your location first. And you also have to be realistic. Help is going to get to you a lot faster in a city like Lima than it will on a remote trekking route.
Okay, now let's shift gears and focus on Peru's most unique travel challenge, the altitude. And I gotta stress, this isn't just some minor discomfort. It's a real medical risk that you absolutely have to plan for.
The key here isn't just to sort of grit your teeth and endure the altitude. It's to actively prevent yourself from getting seriously sick. That means going up slowly, building in acclimatization days in places like Cusco, and definitely avoiding alcohol and heavy activity right when you get there. And hey, for some people, talking to a doctor about preventive meds is a really smart move.
And this right here, this is probably the most important distinction you need to understand. On the left, you've got acute mountain sickness, or AMS. It feels like a bad hangover, and it's pretty common. But on the right, those are the danger signs for HACE and HAPE, which involves swelling in the brain or lungs. If you see confusion, loss of coordination, or shortness of breath, even while you're resting, those are huge red flags. That's a life-threatening situation, and it means you need to get to a lower elevation immediately.
All right, so beyond the mountains, staying safe in Peru's vibrant cities and on its roads, well, that requires its own set of knowledge. These are the practical, on-the-ground realities of your trip.
Ooh, this is such a practical point, and it catches so many travelers by surprise. Even if you have the best travel insurance in the world, private clinics in Peru will often make you pay for your treatment up front. Yeah, you'll get reimbursed later, but this is exactly why having a credit card with a nice high limit is an absolutely essential part of your emergency toolkit.
Now, these simple tips are really all about making yourself less of an easy target. They're designed to help you avoid those common opportunistic crimes, like snatch and grab theft. Sticking to official taxis and just being discreet with your valuables. It goes a long, long way in keeping you safe.
Look, in the really unfortunate event that something does happen, having a clear procedure in your head can help you stay calm and take the right steps. Your safety always comes first. After that, it just becomes a process. Report, document, and cancel everything to limit the damage.
Okay, now let's talk about the ultimate what-if scenario. Let's talk about the two lifelines you absolutely must have in place before you go: your insurance provider and your embassy.
Just let this number sink in for a second. A medical evacuation from a remote trail in the Andes or from a lodge deep in the Amazon, it can easily cost over $250,000. This one fact makes having proper comprehensive travel insurance completely non-negotiable.
But before you go, you have got to check that your policy actually covers what you'll be doing. Not all travel insurance is the same. Does it cover you trekking at 15,000 feet? Does it explicitly cover a remote helicopter evacuation? You need to ask these questions before you need the answers.
All right, so let's pull all this crucial info together into a practical toolkit that you can put together before you even start packing. Remember, this is about being prepared, not paranoid.
Now, this is not a complete packing list, but it's really the core of a smart travel health kit that's tailored for Peru's specific risks. You've got oral rehydration salts for the almost inevitable stomach bug, good insect repellent for areas with dengue risk, and of course, backups for your critical documents and power.
This is such a simple but incredibly powerful tool. You create a little card for your wallet or a screenshot for your phone's lock screen. And just like that, all of your most critical information is immediately available to anyone who might need to help you in an emergency, even if you can't communicate. So the real takeaway from all of this isn't that you should be afraid to travel to Peru. It's the exact opposite. It's realizing that preparation is power. It transforms that fear of the unknown into confidence, and it helps make sure that your amazing trip to Peru stays exactly that, amazing.